Coaching in Chicago in the American League provides a few significant advantages. We've got a great organization here. They've got a great resource of people that are behind the hockey team. The ownership is excellent. We're able to augment some of Vancouver's prospects with Wendell's signings, and which is a significant advantage. If you're an older American League hockey player, a good American League hockey player, you want to come to Chicago. And we've got a few of those, and that's a significant advantage. And obviously, there's Darren Haydar and Kevin Dole are guys that are going to be here and have been signed by the Wolves, and I'm just getting to know. I'm asking a lot of questions about what they're like as players, what they're like as people, and trying to get some insight on what motivates these guys and how good they are, what situations they'll play, what roles they'll play on the team.
Everybody here in the middle. How are you? We're going to start off with a little flow passing drill.
You're definitely dealing with a, I don't want to say a blank canvas, but they're definitely not as developed as NHL players. And you know, there's a certain amount of teaching here, but I think the real element that puts it all together is the enthusiasm that you're going to get from these young players and what sponges they are. And to a man, every coach that I've talked to that has coached at the NHL level and then come back and coached at the American League level, to a man, they said it was one of the most enjoyable coaching experiences of their careers. And I think that's ingrained in the teachability of the position at this stage and at this level. Players come in, they're receptive to coaching, they want to work hard, they're motivated to get to the next level. And I think that's, those are fun people to be around. They're self-motivated go-getters. And I'm going to be approaching this season much like I've approached all the others, is I'm going to try and maximize our performance levels. I'm going to really try and get the most out of our players, and hopefully they get the most out of me.
3 or 4 crisp passes right on the tape. That's exciting to me, okay? So get that puck snapping around, let that thing do some work. Let's have a good morning in here. Come on. Little life, little energy out here.
Goaltending, as we all know, is critical to any success, unless your team is so strong. And a lot of times good teams can overcome bad goaltending or mediocre goaltending, but you know, if you get outplayed in that position, it's a significant disadvantage. And you know, from a coaching standpoint, it's all about alternatives. Like, what are your alternatives? And barring any personnel changes or any other goalies you can bring up to try and fill a deficiency there, you've got to find a way to connect with what you have. And whether it's individual treatment, definitely the goaltender coach would be a big part of all these equations. Whether it's laying off, it depends on the personality of the goaltender. Some goaltenders, they need the confidence, they need cajoling like everybody else. Other goaltenders, they need to get out there and they need to work on their game. You need to talk about the bad goals. Other goalies, they're negatively affected by seeing the bad goals. So it just all depends. There are a myriad of different strategies that a coach has should have at his disposal, but most of these strategies are all predicated on what the psyche is of the goalie. And if the goalie's rattled, you've got to try and find a way to settle him down.
Jan, you want to get active with that stick, eh? Like that's a dead stick. Anytime that puck's in your checking range, you know, you want to be on there with your stick. The best defensemen have the best sticks.
As a coach, you have to know when to press the right buttons, when to pressure your team, when to lay off your team. Sometimes constant scrutiny and pressure can negatively affect performance. And as a coach and a coaching staff and an organization, you are trying to set a standard for work ethic. And I mean, I don't like to make work projects, but we're very diligent in our preparation.
Oh, I'm doing fine, yeah, feeling good. This is the best part of my day. Too much paperwork this time of year, you know?
The relationship the coach has with the player is much different than it was when I played many years ago. It's more of a collaborative relationship, and it's like that in all forms of life. Business is no different than the hockey dressing room as well. People and players, they want to know why they're doing it. They're going to know what it's doing for them, and I think you really have to collaborate with your players to establish that rapport that you need to connect with those players and get them to do what you need them to do within the confines of the system that you play.
Last one, last one. Stay with it.